A lot has changed, hasn't it? Version 7.0 has released. Let's go through the change log, shall we? Add 8 logic elements. Filter, follower, advanced mover, signal combiner, control seat, signal debugger, interact sensor, and wave generator. The filter outputs a signal only when the input signal is powerful enough. The minimum signal can be set in the properties, as well as this new property we will talk about later. The follower makes an object follow the player or tag. The properties are similar to that of the mover, except here you can choose the following mode: player or tag. When tag is chosen, you can use the tag ID property to change the tag it will target. The advanced mover is like the mover, but there are 2 inputs for the horizontal and vertical axis. Oh, and it also supports analog signals. More on that later. The signal combiner combines 2 signals into one. The top input will make the output signal a positive one, and the bottom will make the output signal a negative one. The control seat. You can sit in it. When you sit in it, it outputs a signal. The input on the bottom will forcefully eject the oglet if he is sitting in it. The signal debugger displays how strong the input signal is. The interact sensor acts similar to the target sensor, but instead of shooting it, you interact with it. And finally, the wave generator. It generates an input signal based on the wave. In the properties you can set what wave it will use, as well as the period and magnitude of it. Sine, triangle, sawtooth, reverse sawtooth, and square are all the available waves you can use. Add one object. That object is simply named thing. It is a physics object, like box or teleporter. Right now it only comes in 2 forms, a banana and a leaf platform. Added one material, a special material named neon. It has a unique property named color, which you can change to change its color. Added one audio track. The track is called 511. It will now be the video's background music. Added 5 decorations.
Finally, proper pronunciation.
Bark straight, turn, 4-way, 3-way, start, stump. Almost completely rewrote Puppet Max code. More on that later. Improved skins. This is the new template. Some properties can now be changed faster and some displayed better. This has something to do with the rewrite of Puppet Max code. Here's how the properties of the box object look now. As you can see, some properties now display as yes or no. Basically, Boolean properties can now be changed with a single click instead of having to manually write 0 or 1. The text object's font can now be changed also with a single click. 3 logic elements can now output analog signals. But first, let me tell you about what analog signals are. You're probably used to digital signals, or Boolean signals. They can be either on or off. Analog signals can be between those 2 states. They can even be negative, but so can digital signals. Some logic elements react differently when given a positive or negative signals. But most just activate like normal. For example, the mover. Anyway, those 3 elements are the timer, counter, and the new filter. Now let's go back to the change log. Add the interact thingy from It will appear when you stand near an interact sensor and in front of a magic door or the pod computer. Okay, pretty sure you're bored at this point. So let me just go through the rest of the change log quickly. Add an alter property to the magic mouse. Multiple tags can be applied on one object. Limited the maximum amount of tag IDs to 31. Key sensors can now use numbers. The water will no longer slightly move up and down. Updated the physics engine. Updated the link to the skin template. Changed the tag sensor sprite. Animation adjustments. Renamed the enter button into the interact button. The top right text now shows a bit more info. The oglet dance is now 2D, and a lot of bug fixes. Thanks for watching.